I'll just go over the ones all of us will go over the ones that kind of stand out because we'd be here for an hour probably talking about every category. K.U. Kwan, I'm so happy for him. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. That's a great film, and that thing had momentum. That came out like almost a year ago, and at that time I was like, wow, there's some great performances in this, and it's a far out movie. You don't have to really get it. It's just it makes you think, and I think it did the multiverse better than
I was gonna say. It's better. It's a better Doctor Strange than Doctor Strange.
Absolutely, it's just far out, but great performance. I'm so happy he came back to acting. Of course, the Daniels who directed it, I think they wanted him to. Jackie Chan turned this thing down. Michelle Yeoh, I think, thanked him because I think he was going to be the main basically instead of her. So
he hasn't really acted much in like well over 20 years.
Jackie Chan?
No.
It's been long. Yeah, like he had the two big parts in the 80s, Short Round and Data from Goonies.
And he was in Encino Man.
Right, but it was like a small part.
It was pretty small.
Yeah.
But it was so cool.
Yeah.
Like, especially now seeing, like they even talk about it on one of the round tables. Like,
yes,
they're, they both started kind of in that movie.
Brendan Fraser.
I mean, yeah. But like, and now they're making their comeback
all
these years later. And, it's cool to see. And like, I've always, like you were around. I wore out the George of the Jungle VHS when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
So, like,
I still haven't seen that movie entirely. I
I've seen it once. I've seen it once or twice in its entirety because my sister is 8 years younger.
Yeah, of course.
I watched it with her.
Yeah.
So.
Man, he went through shit in that movie. Like he was he on some podcast or maybe it was a round table. He was talking about he was so like deprived of food and everything. Like he was hungry one night and he couldn't remember his ATM password and because his mind was all screwed up.
Well, because you have to be dehydrated when you need to.
Right. Yeah. It's really screwy.
Look on you.
Right. The Marvel diet before the Marvel diet.
Yeah, honestly. And
that's probably why he didn't want to do 2.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And then the Golden Gate bridge scene. Did you hear like they I guess they didn't give enough people a heads up, so people thought that someone was actually jumping off the bridge.
Oh my God. Disney? Really? Come on, Disney.
Yeah.
Jesus. Someone dropped the ball there.
Yeah, but no, like seeing Key and Brendan Fraser kind of make their comebacks.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Did you see The Whale?
I didn't. I was just like, at the time, it was not. I just didn't want to be depressed. I know.
No, I get it.
But I ended up seeing Babylon, and that was kind of depressing too. So it really was.
How bad it was.
It started out great, but these characters go through. Basically, it's the silent film era, and then they go into the audio era, and what do you call it? I'm missing what it's called, but anyway. It's like that transition. Some actors couldn't make it, and some couldn't. Yeah. And the ones that couldn't, I mean, it goes down with that. So it starts up like, it's party, everybody, and
I didn't see it either, but
the talkies.
I saw a lot of the praises that Brandon got. With all the the premiere and all the standing ovations that he guys will. I'm
just so happy for him.
And obviously he took it. He was happy, and of course the tears of joy coming down his face, and
I think he's going to win it too because that one show, the awards he boycotted, the Golden Globes, because I mean, go out there and look. He had a terrible ordeal with them, and I don't know if they've even recovered since last year. Like this year was kind of a mix of things, so I don't know what the future is for that. But anyway, he wasn't there, so he didn't get the award. Austin Butler did, which I haven't seen Elvis, but I did see a few clips, and I thought he did an amazing job from what I saw. But I think Fraser's going to win it.
He was really good, but I do hope Brendan wins it because, like, not just because like I like him and he's a good actor, but this was honestly like kind of the role of his life. Yeah, like he went to some places. You could tell. Yeah, watching The Whale, it was just like, dude, he's putting his entire like his heart, his body, everything into this. And like, again, Austin Butler, yes, he did great as Elvis, but like, I guess this isn't a great excuse, but like, you're young, you'll be fine. You're a good actor. You got plenty of other roles. You're not going to, I don't look at Austin Butler and be like, oh, he's going to be, struggling for roles after this. It's like, no, everybody's going to want to cast Elvis. Like,
I know, like, and that's kind of the problem I have with him, but I understand now. He worked so hard on the film. I was irritated at first, like, dude, why are you talking like Elvis? He's trying to break it, but he just put everything into that. Yeah. And that's
Johnny Depp talked like he was British for 20 years.
That's true.
We can look over
so
it.
You give him 20 years feedback.
But no, yeah, I was a little worried that Brendan wasn't going to get even nominated because, like, I didn't realize that his past with the Golden Globes, and all that. So
good on him though for boycotting.
No, yeah, it's great, and like I was kind of just relieved when I saw that he was nominated for an Oscar.
Yes.
So I'm hoping it's might be a long shot, but I'm hoping it's a good night for him and Key because Key's for supporting actor.
Yes,
I think.
Yep.
So I don't know. That'd just be cool to see.
I hope so, yeah. And of course, Jamie Lee Curtis, first nomination, which I was shocked. I thought she got nominated for A Fish Called Wanda back in the day, but did you not feel she should have been nominated? It was a small part.
It was a big enough part.
Yeah,
but I don't know if it called for an Oscar nom.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not mad about it.
I get it. Okay. I was kind of shocked too, honestly. But I mean, I don't hate the idea. I don't think she's going to win it, but that's okay. Nomination's still a nomination.
Still
yeah, absolutely. And
you can still put that on your resume.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's in her 60s. This is great for her. You know,
she's great, but she's really kind of just like willingly like walking into a minefield a little bit because she started talking about this whole Nepo baby thing, which I don't know if you guys have heard.
But a little bit about it. It's like inherited kids or something.
Yeah, like so like they kind of had their foot in the door before they were born because her mom was
Janet Leigh.
Yeah.
Tony Curtis, yeah.
So, like, she was talking about how, I don't know, I guess just Nepo babies don't have to work for anything and they're not, but she was talking about it like they're,
not her.
Discriminated against highly in Hollywood.
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, this is such a weird...
Unless mom and dad are shitheads and don't leave you any money.
I mean, yeah, but it's like such a weird hill to die on.
Yeah,
I'm also not saying Jamie Lee Curtis hasn't worked really hard to get where she is. It's like, I didn't know she was even had famous parents up until a few years ago.
Right.
But it is still to the point where it's just like, I don't think
everyone's oppressed, right?
Yeah, it's like I don't think you're struggling as much as you think you're struggling.
Right.
It's you're gonna be fine. But no, again, I'm not mad about her nomination.
No. Yeah,
like you said, I don't know if she's gonna get it, but
Michelle Yeoh could get it though. She's I think Maine.
Yeah.
She should get it.
She was really good. I love that movie.
Yeah,
I tried to show it to our parents, and they were just like, "Eh."
Yes.
Like mom fell asleep and my dad was like, that was different.
It asks a lot.
It does.
It's like, what? I mean, me and Eddie debated about it after the film and, I watched some videos and it kind of explained more, but I kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah.
But I'm okay not getting all of it either. Well, I had a good time. It was a great
But it's also just
movie.
Like,
it's out there.
It was up against a lot of stuff at the moment because it's like, well, yeah, with Doctor Strange, you kind of know what to expect. And also when they say multiverse, it's like, okay, yeah. But with this, it's like there's no like prequel comic or anything. Right. It's just you go into it head first and it's just like, yeah, you either get it or you don't.
It's just it's quite something that they pulled off there.
No,
I
loved it. I mean, that like the scene with the rocks. Like, talking to each other. I was like, damn, this is making me kind of emotional right now. Like, it's just
the way they did it. They presented it. That's the thing. It's like, I'll go with you. It's just like, let me believe it a little bit. It's like, and I get it. Like at that point, you're like, yeah, anything's up for grabs. I mean, everything.
Well, and I don't know. I like how they kind of presented generational, I guess, trauma and just like the distance that can be created between parents and children.
Yep.
And it's just like, yeah, sometimes we feel like we have to go to another universe just to mend things.
Right.
And sometimes it takes us like, it's like arguing with a rock.
Yeah.
Like it's, that's just
right.
what it feels like sometimes.
Right.
But no, that's probably my, runner for the best picture nom.
Not like Top Gun Maverick.
Probably not. Like
we've talked about. I mean,
I love that movie.
I love it too. You loved it, right?
I love the movie.
Oh, I do. I don't think it's best picture quality, but I think if you're going off box office, sure. But is that what we want to do? Is that what? But I get it. They want ratings and stuff, and yeah.
I would like maybe say it was like best picture quality. It like was a damn near perfect movie for me.
Pretty much. It made it, but shit ton of money.
Well, and like I think that's the main reason, and like not discrediting it at all.
Right,
it's just like, the fact that it even Spielberg told Tom Cruise, he's like, you saved movie, like films, you saved your ass pretty much. So like, I think it's just kind of like a consolation prize of just like, it's like, hey, here's a nomination. It's like that's fine.
It's just so remarkable because it's like what 30 year plus since the original, and you never thought like, how could you make another one? And they did it, and it's different, but it's a good different, and they had it on the shelves for like maybe 2 years, maybe.
Yeah, because of
COVID, obviously.
Well, and they wanted to make it.
Cruise didn't want it. Yeah, well, Cruise didn't want it, and he wanted it in theaters, which I get because it saw on IMAX. It was a great experience. I mean, either way, big screen. You want to see it with a great sound and stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, we saw it at the 4DX theater out in the B&B.
So you felt the cheese.
Oh yeah, it was nuts, and like I forgot like those seats don't recline because they want you to get the. Right. But it's
can
like
you
being
eat in those seats though?
Yeah,
you can.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh god.
I tried to scarf it down a little bit, like because I was like, I feel like halfway through the movie it's gonna be just a lot of planes.
You hope anyway.
Yeah, but no, it was cool. Like, and like they also don't. I felt like I was gonna fall out of the seat a couple times because there's not seatbelts or anything.
Oh my god!
But they're like
I've
banking
never tried
and like whatever. It was cool. It was like I think that's like one of the best ways to see a movie like that.
So you recommend that experience?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't do mist and stuff. I don't think Top Gun had any of that in it, but it does try to do like some.
Where was this at?
B&B
in Ankeny.
Oh,
it's kind of by like that. There's like Fong's and like it's like that not strip mall, but it's like what is it called? Like the shopping district or something like that.
Yeah, it's a big development part of Ankeny, kind of by the Hy-Vee.
But it's
relatively get out.
It's relatively new. Honestly, it's a pretty cool
bowling
theater.
Alley. I mean,
there's a bowling alley. They got it's
like spare time kind of. But
they got like
theaters.
a full bar too. Like it's pretty legit. But no, they there's like mist. Or like not mist, but like there's air, and I don't think they did a lot of mist. But there was the scene when Tom Cruise like crash lands and like lands in the snow.
Yeah,
they start doing this fake snow in the corner of the theater, and everybody was kind of just like, okay, well, we could have done without that, but whatever.
Was it paper or was it actually like?
It was. I think it was like actually
snow
like
machine?
fake. Yeah, because like there was a wet floor sign and like a puddle.
Everyone's trying to get their footing after the experience.
Yeah, like,
sliding around.
Yeah,
I bet you were afraid when he's told him the eject part. You're like, what's that mean?
Yeah, what button do I push?
They go all out. Yeah, that's cool. Angela Bassett, that's a great nomination. I'm happy for her. I think it might be her second. I think for Tina Turner she got a nomination.
I think she got a nomination for that.
Great performance. I think. Given the range in Wakanda Forever for her, I think it's very possible for her to win it. What do you think?
Is it for lead actress or supporting?
Supporting.
Oh, yeah. I think she's.
Yeah,
that's probably hers then.
Hopefully.
Like, not that she wouldn't get it if it was lead actress, but like Michelle Yeoh, I think is kind of just what everybody's expecting.
Yeah, for
lead actress.
Yeah,
but I think Angela Bassett definitely.
She just chews up the scenery, and it's great. I mean, she really takes the character all these places, and even though it's a comic book film, it's still like a great performance. I mean,
she was weirdly like the character I cared about the most in that movie.
Right?
Like, not like like Shuri, like like becoming the new Black Panther. It's like okay, but like she like.
Why couldn't she be the Black Panther? Yeah. She's jacked too. I mean,
well, yeah, and
she has a powerful presence. I mean, I don't know.
And like, she also had almost that burden of like being the one to. So you said you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
So it's kind of a spoiler, but like she comes in at the beginning and like kind of delivers the news that T'Challa dies.
Yes.
And you can tell it was a very like
emotional thing.
Surreal, but emotional, but like weirdly surreal, but also like a very real like this is probably how she felt when Chadwick passed away in real life.
Of course.
So yeah, she definitely carried a lot of that movie. So I hope she gets those accolades.
She's probably like, well, we'll get there, but the Jonathan Majors maybe to that movie.
Yeah, no,
presence wise and stuff. So And I loved her costumes and her headwear. Oh, it's great.
Her outfits are all really good.
Same costume designer, I believe, and man, they just amped it up. It was beautiful costumes. Fabelmans, I want to see that. That's been nominated for Best Picture Director. Kind of heard, a little 50-50 about it. But I like it that it's Spielberg's upbringing. It's a little bit fictionalized, but
yeah, it's like his 8 Mile.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. I've seen some clips. I've seen a famous scene where he's I think it's pretty much verbatim almost what he experienced, but he met a legendary director, John Ford, and I think David Lynch plays him. And it's such a great scene. And he's just, Spielberg is like a kid and he wants to make films. Yeah. And have you seen The Fabelmans?
No.
But you've seen the clip probably. Stuff, yeah. Talk about the horizon. I think he said, if it's above, it's shit. Now get the fuck out of my office.
Yes.
I love that part. That's
one of the ones I do need to see is that Colin Farrell, the Banshees of
yes,
is it Sheeran or something
like that? Yeah,
Banshees of Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, HBO Max, I believe.
Oh, is it on there? Okay,
it was. I hope so.
It probably still is. They're probably like trying to get a lot of.
Did you see In Bruges? That was their last one, right?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
I've seen that a couple times. It's pretty good. It's like I remember, like that's kind of like a dark comedy.
Yeah,
and this one, when it won for best at the Golden Globes, it won for like best picture in a comedy. I was like, oh, like I wasn't expecting this to be another comedy, but I guess it's like supposed to be kind of dry,
right?
Dark, which is like,
yeah. Well, and remember there was a controversy years ago. The Martian was put in the category of comedy.
Oh yeah,
and they're like they made some jokes about it, of course, but I think that's. That's pretty interesting, all those nominations. Yeah. And it'll be on ABC March 12th, 2023. So really checking it over. Any picks you see there? You're like, yeah, go for it.
Well, like I said, there's a lot of these movies I haven't even seen before.
I know. I hardly ever see all of them.
Then there's probably one in here that I should see. It's probably the Batman of everybody, or and Top Gun.
What's that? Is that for
the Batman has visual effects.
Okay.
And Top Gun's in a lot of the categories with film editing, and Black Panther's in just about every other category, seems like. So
if only they had a stunt category, Tom Cruise would have so many Oscars.
I mean, that's another thing. Stunt
category. That's really
it's kind of
Jesus.
Well, it's very telling of the Oscars, like not really respecting the people who are like. In the danger, I guess. Like, especially, not to make it all like sad, but like the Rust, like the coordinator or whatever on that. It's like people actually like put their lives on the line. I know she wasn't a stunt woman, but it's still just like,
right.
There's dangers to these movies. So it's like, it's weird that, especially Top Gun, like they actually flew those planes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being cast in that movie and be like, we're actually going to fly the planes. I'd be like, I might die.
Really be like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Before they're done talking, you're already in the cockpit. Let's go, guys. No, but they
who's got the keys?
And those actors actually learn how to shoot themselves. I mean, that's with a camera. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
With a camera.
Get that straight.
Yeah, I had to, right? No, but like I was really impressed. Like they learned. I'm sure a lot of them might go into the directing field someday because of their experience, perhaps, or maybe they'll fly jets.
Yeah,
like Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Also, that's in side note going to be an interesting night because that's supposed to be the same night as the Last of Us finale.
Oh,
really? So, I don't know if they're going to do what they did for the Super Bowl. Is so the Last of Us premieres on Sundays, but like the week before the Super Bowl, they announced that they were gonna put the new episode out on Friday.
Yeah.
So they don't have to compete with the Super Bowl. So as much as I love the show, I don't know if they're gonna get more viewers than the Oscars. Even with as much shit as people give the Oscars, it's like I think more people are gonna watch that and then wait to watch Last of Us.
Right.
So. I don't know. Just be.
You might have new people as you're watching Oscars because you're like, fight. Someone's going to punch somebody.
Oh, God.
I was going to be watching the Super Bowl anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Yeah, no, God. I don't care how you feel about the slap. I honestly don't. Please don't write in. But I just hope nobody makes jokes about it because it's honestly just such a non-issue. Like it went on the discussion of it went on way too long.
Yeah.
Like I have my own feelings. I could go for a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like, who cares?
I'm ready to move on, and I don't want any of that shit going forward. You know.
No,
I mean it's been a while. I mean, you go back to I don't know if you ever saw the famous part or time when Marlon Brando won for Godfather, and he had the Native American woman. Supposedly, they had to hold John Wayne back from assaulting that lady. So like 3
guys had to hold him back backstage, so he didn't go out. And
so we need those guys to come out of retirement and help out.
Am I missing something out of this?
What, the Oscars?
Yeah,
the Will Smith. From last year.
Yeah. Because they were talking like, you think that's bad? It could have been much worse years ago. Like John Wayne, I think would have just went out on stage and beat the hell out of this woman in front of cameras.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, and it's just funny, like, you know, people are like immediately called for, you know, how ridiculous it was for Will Smith to get away with that and like whatever, and like saying roles should be taken away from him. Like, so now cancel culture, we're for it. Now we want it to, because Will Smith slapped someone.
Right.
It's like, should he have? No, maybe not. But should Chris Rock have made the joke? Who knows?
Yeah.
It's honestly just like, who cares at this point?
It just
like,
could have, I think both parties probably, they could have handled it better. You know, they have publicists and shit, and it's like, you know, maybe he should have just went up and said, hey, please don't do that. And that would have been embarrassing enough, I think. But I think everyone got distracted by the slap. And that's so it sucks for him because
it was talked about for 6 months.
Yep.
Well, and you were like, Will Smith was like, "Go, you're gonna finish the race, man.
Yep.
It's right there." And it's like, oh, I don't like the spectators.
And it's honestly just like, again,
I feel bad, but at the same time, it really, I just have mixed feelings, you know. And I'm like, I don't want it to get out of hand. Like, this is like MTV award shit. Maybe scripted, you know, at best, but it's like, not the Oscars. Come on, guys.
Well, but that's the whole thing. Yeah. Is like, don't make that joke then, Chris Rock. Yeah. Like, this isn't a roast.
I know.
We're not here to make fun. And also, he's like friends with them, or was.
Yeah.
So I would go so far as to assume that he would have known about her condition.
Right.
So it's like, it'd be like if we were
doing this and joke,
Well, it'd be like if we were doing this and I made fun of you for something. It'd be like, what the fuck, dude? You know that I'm...
Which is nothing, so I'm
all good. Yeah, exactly.
So thank God.
But it's just like...
Perfect.
It's just like... you know, nobody wants to hold both parties responsible. It's like, it literally takes two to tango.
There's gray areas and everything. It's not just black and white. So, there's a gray area here. And...
You know, he was... Yeah. It's not like Will Smith did it, like, happily. He was remorseful. Even that night, he apologized and...
Yeah.
You know, so just no jokes. Like, Eddie Murphy doing it at the Golden Globes, I thought was like... It was fine.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's like, all right, I think we're good.
Right.
You know,
I have a feeling though they're going to do something.
Well, and it's just like, okay, yeah, we're still talking about this, but like, it's like, what happened like last year, Louis C.K. won a Grammy.
Oh.
And it's like, okay, so we're still rewarding people for shitty behavior. But when it's Will Smith.
I know. There's a lot of double standards.
Yeah, a lot of double standards.
It's messed up.
Yeah. Again, if you have certain feelings about the slap, I don't care.
His address is 123 Jackson Street, 50359.
You're gonna get someone hurt.
Oh, shit, I hope that's not right. I'll blur it out.
It's not a real address.
Hey, I'm sorry, dude.
Hey.
I'm gonna see it on the news tonight. Like, oh my god.
Oh no.
No.